plane and solid geometry. For today's video, we're going to make an application on a real-world situation using our environment, applying at least 5 of each of the following, such as parallel lines, polygons, triangles and congruent triangles, and quadrilaterals. Parallel lines. Parallel lines are two or more lines that are the same distance apart, never merging and never diverging. Dot lines are never ending, so parallel lines continue forever in two directions, always the same distance apart. Let us illustrate a parallel lines. Here we can see two distinct straight lines in the same plane, which are named as line A and line B. They are equidistant from each other. They never intersect and its slope remain constant, no matter how much they may be extended in either directions. This can be written in a symbol that line A is parallel to line B. Real-life examples. Banana leaf. Banana leaf is a monocot leaf showing parallel venation. The veins are arranged parallel to each other and never join any other veins. It has a single principal vein which gives rise to a number of smaller veins which arise like the plumes of a feather. These do not form a network, so it's parallel. These plants are mainly fibrous roots, which includes wheat, maize, grass, banana, and bamboo. Crosswalk. Crosswalks are often found at intersections, but may also be at other points on busy roads that would otherwise be too unsafe to cross without assistance due to vehicle numbers, speed, or road widths. They are also commonly installed where a large number of pedestrians are attempting to cross, or where vulnerable road users regularly cross. Crosswalks are shown by parallel white lines across all four corners of both roadways. Solid white stop lines are shown in advance of the crosswalks. On a vertical roadway, the center left turn lane is shown separated from the adjacent through lane in the same direction by a solid white line. Railways or railroad. It is a permanent track composed of a line of parallel metal rails fixed to sleepers for transport of passengers and goods in trains. Any track on which the wheels of a vehicle may run a cable railway. The entire equipment, rolling stock, buildings, property, and system of tracks used in such a transport system. Fences. Fences is a barrier, railing, or other upright structure, typically of wood or wire, enclosing an area of ground to mark a boundary, control access, or prevent escape. We can determine the parallelism of the fence in its picket, which are installed upright into the ground. Evenly spaced boards are affixed vertically to the rails. Road surface markings. They are used on paved roadways to provide guidance and information to drivers and pedestrians. Uniformity of the markings is an important factor in minimizing confusion and uncertainty about their meaning, and efforts exist to standardize such markings across the borders. Solid white shouldered lines. This denotes the edge of the roadway. Any asphalt or concrete surface beyond this line should not be used during the normal operation of your vehicle. Solid yellow double center lines. This indicates that it is unsafe to overtake at any time. It is often found around blind curves or in areas where fast-moving two-way traffic meets on an undivided road. Polygons. A closed plane figure formed by connecting three or more segments at their endpoints is called a polygon. The segments are the sides of the polygon, while the endpoints of these segments are the vertices of the polygon. Two sides of a polygon are adjacent or consecutive if they have a common endpoint. Two angles of a polygon are adjacent or consecutive if they have a side in common. Two vertices of a polygon are adjacent or consecutive if they are the endpoints of a side. And now here we have an example, a polygon named ABCDE or DCBAE. Its vertices are vertices A, B, C, D, E. Its sides were named as side AB, side BC, side CD, side DE, and side EA. Its angles are named as angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D, and angle E. A polygon is usually named after how many sides it has. A polygon with n sides is called a n-gon. This includes that a triangle has 3 sides, quadrilateral has 4 sides, pentagon has 5 sides, hexagon has 6 sides, heptagon has 7 sides, octagon has 8 sides, nonagon has 9 sides, decagon has 10 sides, and decagon has 11 sides, and dodecagon has 12 sides. When all sides and all angles of a polygon are congruent, the polygon is a regular polygon or regular n-gon. Here we have an example. The polygon is a regular hexagon. Each angle has a measure of 120 degrees, and each side measured 2 centimeters. Polygons are also classified as convex or non-convex. A polygon is convex if the segment joining any 2 points on the polygon lies completely inside the polygon. Otherwise, it is non-convex. Angles of a polygon. In this figure, we illustrate the different angles found in a polygon. Starting with an interior angle. It is an angle on the inside of a polygon formed by each pair of adjacent sides. A central angle is an angle formed by the segments joining consecutive vertices to the center of a regular n-gon. The center of a circle in which a regular polygon is inscribed is called the center of the polygon. An exterior angle is an angle formed by a side and an extension of an adjacent side of the regular n-gon. Diagonals of a polygon. A diagonal of a polygon is a segment joining two non-consecutive vertices of a convex polygon. In this figure, we have 5 diagonals, which coined as diagonals AC, AD, DB, EB, and EC. Furthermore, in a triangle, we have 0 diagonals. In quadrilateral, we have 2 diagonals. In pentagon, we have 5 diagonals. And in hexagon, we have 9 diagonals. We observe that each of the following polygons is divided into triangles by means of diagonals from a vertex of the polygons. And now we come up with the sum of measures of angles. Since the sum of the measures of the angles of a triangle is 180 degrees, the sum of the measures of the angles of each polygon can be found. The sum S of the measures of the interior angles of an n-gon is S is equal to n minus 2 times 180 degree, where n is greater than or equal to 3. And now we have triangle which has 3 sides, and one triangle has the sum of angle measures 180 degree. A quadrilateral which has 4 sides and 2 triangles has a sum of angle measures of 360 degrees. A pentagon which has 5 sides and 3 triangles has the sum of angle measures 540 degrees. Hexagon which has 6 sides and 4 triangles has a sum of angle measures 720 degrees. Heptagon, which has 7 sides and 5 triangles, has a sum of angle measures 900 degrees. And an octagon, which has 8 sides and 6 triangles, has a sum of angle measures 1080 degrees. Real-life examples. Traffic signs. Traffic signs shape can also alert roadway users to the type of information displayed on a sign. Traffic regulations are conveyed in signs that are rectangular with the longer direction vertical or square. Additional regulatory signs are octagons for stop and inverted triangles for yield. Diamond-shaped signs signify warnings. Rectangular signs with the longer direction horizontal provide guidance information. Pentagons indicate school zones. Beehive. Beehive becomes hexagon as worker bees chew these wax pieces until they are soft and moldable enough to add to the construction of the honeycomb. When adding this wax, the bees will make circles in the wax and use their body heat to melt the wax from a circle shape into the perfect hexagon. Bagua. The Bagua is the Feng Shui energy map. It is one of the main principles of Feng Shui practice and one of the most powerful tools we use. The Bagua offers a systematic way to evaluate the energy field of the environment. Bagua literally means 8 areas in Chinese. Therefore, the Bagua is 8 areas around a center. These areas are connected to different aspects of life. The Pentagon. The Pentagon is the headquarters building of the United States Department of Defense. It was constructed on an accelerated schedule during World War II. As a symbol of the U.S. military, the phrase the Pentagon is often used as a metonym for the Department of Defense and its leadership. Chessboard. A chessboard is a game board used to play chess. It consists of 64 squares, 8 rows by 8 columns, on which the chess pieces are placed. It is a square in shape and uses 2 colors of squares, one light and one dark, in a checkered pattern. Triangles and congruent triangles. A triangle is a polygon with 3 sides and 3 interior angles summing to 180 degrees. If a triangle has vertices A, B, and C, we name the triangle as a triangle ABC or in symbols. In the figure, AB, BC, and AC are the sides of the triangle, while angle BAC or angle A, angle ARC or angle B, and angle BCA or angle C are the angles of the triangle. Every triangle has three altitudes, three medians, and three angle bisectors. An altitude to a side is the segment drawn from a vertex of a triangle to the point on the line containing the opposite side, such that the segment and the line intersect to form right angles. In triangle ABC, AX, BY, and CZ are the altitudes. In triangle MNO, MS, NR, and OT are the altitudes. An angle bisector divides an angle into two congruent angles. Triangle STU, SYTC, and UX are angle bisectors. A median to a side is a segment drawn from a vertex of a triangle to the midpoint of the opposite side. In triangle PQR, PO, QM, and RN are the medians. Classification of triangles. Triangles can be classified according to the number of congruent sides and angles. Scalene triangle. No two sides are congruent. Equilateral triangle. Three sides are congruent. Isosceles triangle. At least two sides are congruent. The two congruent sides of an isosceles triangle are called legs. The third side is called the base. Acute triangle. All the angles are acute. Obtuse triangle. One angle is obtuse. Right triangle. One angle is a right angle. The side opposite the right angle of a right triangle is called the hypotenuse. The other sides are called the legs. Equiangular triangle. All angles are congruent. Congruent triangles. Triangles that match each other exactly are called congruent triangles. The parts of congruent triangles that match and are congruent to each other are called corresponding parts. The two triangles in the figure, triangle ABC and triangle XYZ, are congruent. It is denoted by the symbol triangle ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ, where the symbol congruent is read as congruent to. In this case, angle A corresponds to angle Y, and angle B corresponds to XY. Real-life examples. Roof. All the roofs of the houses are not
made of the triangular shapes. Anyhow, if you are living in such areas where snow falls, you will observe that most of the roofs of the houses will be the triangular shape. These roofs are the best examples of the obtuse triangle. Its reason is that one angle is greater than 90 degrees. The main aim of creating these kinds of roofs is that these roofs don't allow to stand water or snow for a longer time on the roof. Pyramids. The pyramids are the ancient monuments in Egypt. The shape of these pyramids is tetrahedral. These pyramids have four sides. These four sides of the pyramids are converged at a single point at the top of the shape. These shapes are known as the mysteries for human beings. Anyhow, these four sides of the pyramids are creating four equilateral triangles. Therefore, you can give this practical example of the triangles when you are teaching the concept of an equilateral triangle to the students. Truss bridges. The truss bridges are constructed in the triangular shape. Its reason is that these truss bridges are supporting structures. These supporting structures can easily distribute the weight of the bridges without changing their proportions. When force is applied on the rectangular shape of the bridges, this triangular shape flattens this force. If we don't incorporate these triangular shapes in the bridges, these bridges will be weak. As a result, these bridges can bear the extra force. Pizza or sandwich? According to the researchers, most of the children like the triangular shape of the sandwiches than other shapes of the sandwiches. These sandwiches are also handy. Students can also bring them in their lunch boxes. Sailing boats. Almost every boat nowadays have a triangular sail. In the early years, the sailing ships had a sail with a square design. By using a triangular sail design, it has become possible to travel against the wind using technique known as tacking. Tacking allows the boat to travel forward with the wind at right angles to the boat. Quadrilaterals. A quadrilateral is a polygon with four sides. A quadrilateral is a closed shape and a type of polygon that has four sides, four vertices, and four angles. It is formed by joining four non-collinear points. The sum of interior angles of quadrilaterals is always equal to 360 degrees. Quadrilateral is denoted by its vertices, written consecutively in clockwise or counterclockwise direction. In Figure A, the quadrilateral can be denoted by RSPQ or QPSR or PQRS or SRQP, but never by PRQS or QRPS. In Figure B, the quadrilateral can be denoted by MNOP. In Figure C, the quadrilateral can be denoted by DEFG. In quadrilateral PQRS, vertices P and R, vertices Q and S are opposite vertices. PQ and RS, QR and PS
are opposite sides. Angle P and angle R, angle Q and angle S are opposite angles. Types of quadrilaterals. Trapezoid. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of parallel sides. Quadrilateral K-element is a trapezoid. Lm base m is parallel to Kn. The parallel sides of a trapezoid are called bases, and the non-parallel sides are called legs. The angles adjacent to a base, that is with one side coinciding with the base, are called the base angles of a trapezoid. If the legs of a trapezoid are congruent, the trapezoid is isosceles. Quadrilateral ABCD is an isosceles trapezoid. If a quadrilateral has no parallel sides, it is called a trapezium. Quadrilateral DECS is a trapezium. Parallelogram. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral with two pairs of parallel sides. Quadrilateral CDEF is a parallelogram. DE is parallel to CF, DC is parallel to EF. There are three special parallelograms: the rectangle, rhombus, and square. Rectangle. A rectangle is a parallelogram with four congruent angles. As a consequence, all angles of a rectangle are right angles. Quadrilateral FGHI is a rectangle. Angle F, angle G, angle H, and angle I are right angles. Rhombus. A rhombus is a parallelogram with four congruent sides. Quadrilateral MNOP is a rhombus. MN is congruent to NO, congruent to OP, congruent to PM. Square. A square is a rectangle with four congruent sides. Therefore, a square can also be thought of as a rhombus with four congruent angles. Quadrilateral QRST is a square. QR is congruent to RS, congruent to ST, congruent to TQ. Angle Q, angle R, angle S, and angle T are right angles. Real-life examples. Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube is a 3D combination puzzle invented in 1974. Originally called the Magic Cube. The puzzle consists of 26 unique miniature cubes, also known as cubies or cubelets. Each of these includes a concealed inward extension that interlocks with the other cubes while permitting them to move to different locations. Kite. In Euclidean geometry, a kite is a quadrilateral whose four sides can be grouped into two pairs of equal length sides that are adjacent to each other. In contrast, a parallelogram also has two pairs of equal length sides, but they are opposites to each other instead of being adjacent. Kite quadrilaterals are named for the wind-blown, flying kites which often have this shape and which are in turn named for a bird. Trapezoid table. The advantage of this shape is that several trapezoid tables can be arranged adjacently in many configurations to give the effect of a larger table that fits into whatever space is available. Because typical traps are lightweight and are narrow enough to pass through ordinary doorways, they can easily be moved individually from one room to another as needs change. Books. Books are used to increase the knowledge of students and improve their intellect. They reveal the different concepts and introduce the numerous shades of culture of the world. Reading books makes students aware of the various societies and civilizations across the globe. By reading books, students can explore the past, present, and future and can solve many problems. Books inspect the clarity and creativity in students' mind. Door. A door is a hang or otherwise movable barrier that allows ingress into and egress from an enclosure. The created opening in the wall is a doorway or portal. A door's essential and primary purpose is to provide security by controlling access to the doorway. Conventionally, it is a panel that fits into the doorway of a building, room, or vehicle. Doors are generally made of a material suited to the door's task. Doors are commonly attached by hang but can move by other means, such as slides or counterbalancing.